What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal Friday team here today. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, JD, from Line Movers, and below us, as always, we have Jefe from Jefe Picks. JD, I'm going to start with you. How are you today?
Doing good, man. It's been a good week. Just like I've gotten a lot done. Uh, so it's just nice to end the week and feel like, hey, like you've gotten a lot done.
Oh, I like to hear
So
that. Hell yeah. Jefe, how are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. Doing good. It's just cold every day, and I don't really understand it in New York City, but hopefully it'll end soon. But it's
We're getting
not.
through it. We're getting through it. Hopefully by next week, it's going to start getting nice here. It has been absolutely brutal here all week since we got back into the state. So, yeah, even today, it's absolutely nasty. But hopefully, like we said, it'll start getting better here. JD, how's the weather up by you? You're our resident weatherman.
it's good, man. It's hot.
Oh, yes.
It is actually finally that time where it's starting to kind of get gross. It's just that 90. It's 90 and just it's starting to get hot.
Yeah, I totally get that. Totally get that. Let's go over some of the comments. We have Jabo is here as always. Let's fucking win, Jabo. We appreciate you, brother. Happy Friday. Red Hot Take is here asking about Hefe's jacket. Not going to go into that too much. We have Joseph, who's here as always. Let's win, brother. And Justin Paul. Let's cash, my guy. Gentlemen, I think it's time we go into and do a little bit of our recap. I almost did it again, JD. I almost said, let's do another weekend recap. I have to stop doing that. But let's get into our Friday recap, going over the Thursday slate. I'm going to start because it was a bad day for me. MLB, we went around 500, but with the NBA, we did have a 2-unit play on the Timberwolves. They let us down yet again. No excuses there. Bad read from me on that game. JD, how was your day yesterday?
Yesterday, I didn't have a whole lot going on. I did have that Phillies team total over. I bet into a great line. That line got bet way up, and Phillies, I think they scored 2 runs. So there's always fun. But then last night, I just had one play, and that was the Astros first 5 team total over. That was a nice little sweat-free cash for us.
There we go. Yeah, my big baseball win was that parlay, so I was very happy we did cash our parlay Yankees-Phils. Jefe, how'd you do yesterday?
Yesterday was one of those days where baseball was actually pretty solid. Somehow the Angels came back again and
Yep.
Yeah.
beat the Athletics. That was fun. Somehow the Padres lost when all they did was came back like 30 times in that game. So baseball was good for us. Hockey was good for us, and basketball was not good for us whatsoever. Disappointing output by pretty much
Randall.
the entire damn Timberwolves team.
Randall too. I know we were talking about the
Yeah.
Randall prop yesterday. Him not playing in the fourth was absolutely devastating for that, but he also had a terrible game. He did not show up in any way. So crazy there. I see a couple comments here that are asking the same thing. Red Hot Take is saying, who's a bigger foul baiter, Brunson or SGA? Pardon my J is saying the exact same thing. Interestingly, need a Jefe take on if Brunson or SGA is a bigger foul baiter, the new Harden. We've gone over this all week. SGA has been drawing fouls, and he's absolutely been a bigger foul baiter than Jalen Brunson this year. SGA took, I believe it was over 100 more free throws this season over Brunson. He does draw a lot more contact than Brunson does, but if they're going to call the game that way, I don't have an issue with it. It's not fun to watch when people are doing that, but I wouldn't say that SGA was really foul baiting last night. He was unbelievable. He was hitting his step back jumpers. He was creating shots in the lane. He was getting to the rim. So if they're going to let him get to his spots, then I have no issue with it. You have to defend him better. You have to double him more, and you have to make him get the ball out of his hands. And the Timberwolves have been unable to do that so far. Jefe, what are your thoughts?
I don't understand the negative connotation about being a foul baiter.
Yeah, I don't either.
These
I don't
guys
get
are
that.
just really good at handling the basketball and using angles to make defenders confused and thus getting their shooting lanes and foul them. I don't know why. What's
I think
happening?
Twitter might be back, boys. DMs are starting to flow. So we have to get that out there. Everybody knows Twitter's been down for 2 days. So big news if that's the case. I'm finally, for the first time in 2 days, seeing DMs that are coming through. So we may have gotten through the Twitter outage of 2025. Sorry, Jefe. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, all good.
Yep.
You got him back too?
It's good. Yeah.
Amazing news. Amazing news.
What do we do now? Do we have to restart the show for Twitter?
No,
Oh,
I mean,
no.
we're here. The
Oh,
Twitter
no.
audience is here, but since yesterday, you weren't able, you'd get a notification that you'd get a DM. Like somebody would be asking me a question, then I'd pull up my DMs tab, and it would be from 2 days ago. You couldn't see any active DMs. So we also haven't been getting notifications on Twitter either. So it's been
gotten any, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, you have been. I'm sure, as you did not see, you were tagged in this show early before the show started, and there's going to be nothing on your page because it's or on your notifications because it hasn't been working. But back over to this. I agree with you, Jefe. I don't think there's anything negative about being able to get to your spots and being able to draw fouls and get to the line. That's a part of basketball. JD, what do you think?
I think there's a clear answer here, and it is Angel Reese. No.
I didn't expect that to come out of your mouth. Jeez.
Yeah, no. I've just been seeing so much. We had a big Max play actually last night. And that was the first like women's basketball game that I've like paid attention to like the whole entire game. So yeah, and like I don't know, my whole feed and everything now is like women's like basketball everything.
Yeah, unfortunately mine too. Nothing wrong with the W. I enjoy the W, but
yeah.
I'm so sick of reading all these racial bait things between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and all these things that have been popping up on my timeline over the last week that were not there previously. So I'm hoping that stops on my timeline as well.
Yeah, definitely so. But yeah, I mean, actually, y'all like said it well though. I mean, like, I don't see why actually this is like a problem. I mean, actually, like if you can get it done and actually get those calls, then I mean, like, hey, good.
Yeah, I'm with you 1,000%. I'm with you 1,000%.
The man just won the MVP.
Yeah.
And I know that when we were like, I guess in our college days, like that the version of the foul beta was James Harden. That really didn't leave a negative connotation on me either. I mean, it's part of the game. If the refs are going to blow the whistle, use it to your advantage. It's all about angles
100%.
and getting your defender off balance and using that to your advantage. Now, listen, has the NBA done maybe a good job about cleaning up some of the BS stuff? Like, do you remember when Trae Young pretty much like 5 years ago, he would just drive past you, and the second he was past, he would just stop, and the defender would bump into him because of, I don't know, gravity, and that would be a foul. Thank God they got that out of the way. That was stupid because the defender was doing nothing wrong. He was just moving. But everything that SGA and Brunson are doing is they're using angles. I don't see any baiting. That, what Trae Young was doing, and even James Harden was doing that in those days, that's baiting.
Yeah, I would agree with you 1,000%. And our guy Joe is here as well. What's up, Joe? We appreciate you tuning in as always, brother. Make sure you guys check out the new show between Joe and JD. I believe you've already posted today's episode, so make sure you guys check that out. Some awesome content being put out by JD and Joe right there. What's the name of that new show as well, JD? Apologies for not having it.
No Sweat Bets.
No Sweat Bets. That's right. Love that name. Make sure you guys check out No Sweat Bets. They're doing a fantastic job with JD and Joe over there. All right, boys, you ready to dive into a little of today's slate?
Yes, sir.
First game we're going to be breaking down today, and I'm actually going to add one on you guys because this isn't on the list, but I mean, I do feel like we should talk about it. So we're going to switch over to the MLB. The first game we were going to break down was going to be the Orioles and the Red Sox game 2, but I do want to quickly talk about game 1. That game is going to be at 1:35. It is going to be a mini rematch of what we expected to see yesterday. However, for the Red Sox, they are starting Brian Bayo. Bayo has not been in exactly the greatest starter this year, but I do think at the minus 115 odds that the Red Sox are the play in the early game. That game starts at 1:36 Eastern. It is the only day game we have today, so I do want to let you guys know I do have an official play on that game. I am taking the Red Sox on the money line at a minus 115. Cade Povich is still pitching for the Orioles, and he is an absolute fade. Anytime you can fade Cade at a minus 115 odds, you're probably going to see me doing that. So my official play is going to be the Red Sox on the money line minus 115. Do either of you have a play on the early game before we get into our regular scheduled programming with game 2?
Nah, not from the early game.
Yeah,
right.
No. But definitely lean the Sox and definitely lean over.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way for that first one. All right, well, let's keep it moving to the second game. JD, do you have a current listed pitcher for the Orioles in game 2? Right now, ESPN is saying it's still undecided. Who do you have as the official pitcher in game 2 for the Orioles Red Sox?
Our good friend, Charlie Morton.
Oh, Uncle Charlie. Even FanDuel still has it as to be determined. So are we sure it's definitely Charlie for that spot?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be.
All right. Well, the pitcher who was supposed to pitch in the early game was supposed to be Lucas Giolito, and he's been bumped to game 2. So that's why Brian Bayo is starting in the early game. But Giolito is still confirmed on the bump for game 2. And what we're hearing now is we're going to see our good friend, Uncle Charlie, on the bump for the Orioles in game 2. JD, I'll let you kick this one off. What do you like in game 2 between the Orioles and the Red Sox?
Yeah, guys, I have never done this. Like, I've been betting for a long time now, and I have literally never done this. Today is the first day I have. I've never made a game 2 bet before game 1 even starts. But yeah, we got our good friend Charlie Morton, the gas can that he is now. Then we got Giolito on the other side. Guess what? He's another gas can.
Yeah.
Guess what? This is game 2. The O's pin sucks. Guess what? Red Sox pin sucks.
Yeah.
So we have 2 gas cans. Then we have two extra bullpens that are going to be playing their second game of the day. Give me the over. I just I have a hard time seeing any way this game plays out where this game stays under here. So yeah, I mean that's as simple as it gets. But I mean, as far as Charlie, we actually know he's been getting hit up every single start. Then we have Gio. He's actually given up 6 earned runs in actually 2 of his past 3 starts. So yeah, I have a feeling like he is also going to get hit.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do think this game goes over. I personally always wait after game 1 to bet game 2. I understand with the pitching matchup in this one being game 2, tired bullpens, why you absolutely would take that over. I definitely lean that over as well. But for me, I am going to be waiting until I see how game 1 plays out to make an official play on this game. So as of now, no play for me with a very strong lean to the over 9.5. Jefe, what you got?
Gas can nation over here.
Wait, but before you go, we have a question for you. What's the definition of a gas can?
I'll be honest with you. Personal preference, how they look, sometimes just their name, what I think of them personally on and off the mound. Now, what you said, Alpha, is true. I still see Orioles game 2 is undecided. So is it really Charlie?
I'm not saying it's Charlie anywhere, but it is his day in the rotation. So it makes sense he was going to go, but I don't see him. I checked ESPN, I checked DraftKings, I checked FanDuel. All of them still say to be determined. But if JD has some good information, he's usually correct. So I am good at taking what he's saying at work.
If they don't go with Charlie, then it's either gonna have to be a bullpen game, and like that's fine too. All right,
that's even worse. That's even better for the over.
Double headers, man, I really do, especially game 2 of a doubleheader, because it weighs so much in how game 1 goes. But if it's a bullpen or Charlie Morton game 2, you gotta roll with the Red Sox no matter what. I mean, blindly take them. We speak ad nauseum about the Orioles, so I'm not going to get into the whole spiel about what the hell are they doing. It's a Red Sox play if it's a bullpen or a Morton start. If somehow the Orioles take game 1 of this doubleheader, it's a 2-unit play at least on the Sox.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that 100%. All right, boys, you ready to move on to the second game of the day?
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to be covering the Dodgers taking on the Mets. A pretty big game here. We all know the storylines. Dodgers, 31-19. The projected favorites to win the World Series, 12-11. Who's the Dodgers' projected biggest threat to the World Series? It would probably be the New York Mets right now that are 30-20 on the year. But at home, they're 17-5. This team has been absolutely electric at home. And they have a pretty good pitching matchup in this game. Pitching for the Dodgers is going to be Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw's only pitched 4 innings this year. However, those 4 innings were pretty terrible. In those 4 innings, his ERA is up to an 11.25. His WHIP's up to a 2.0. Yet again, if you don't remember what WHIP means walks and hits combined per innings pitched. In 4 innings, he's allowed 8 base runners. That's not good. He was only able to get 2 strikeouts in that game and did give up a home run. So not a great first start from Clayton Kershaw returning back to this Dodgers team. On the other side for the Mets, they have the revitalization of Griffin Canning. Griffin Canning's 5-1 on the year with a 2.47 ERA. His WHIP is at a low 1.29. He's been surprising to me. He was a gas can. Jefe, he could have been on one of your gas can of the year awards the last couple of years. But however, this year, going to New York with that Mets team, he's pitched fantastically. JD, we're going to start with you. Who do you think the value is on in this game? This is the first game between the Dodgers and the Mets this season. We got Kershaw. We got Canning. What you got?
We'll start off with as actually like as far as Kershaw goes, man, yeah, that first start was not good, and I'm really interested to see how he looks over the next few like weeks here, because he is. I don't think he's as bad, like actually as that first start,
Of course, he's not that bad,
but
but
but he is on the decline. And I'm ready to see how far I guess like along in that decline he actually is. Um, so, but anyway, but yeah, but until he really starts to put it to actually like together though, the Dodgers with him on the mound are definitely going to be overpriced. And actually like today's game, like the Dodgers as the favorite here, I just
I don't get it
I
either.
just don't see it. To me, the Mets should actually be a clear favorite here. I actually bet the Mets at I believe it was plus 102. Any actually current price is actually still fine. Um, it, I mean, yeah, just like you said, also the Mets have been such a strong home team.
The best home
Uh,
team in baseball by far.
I believe they're 17-5.
Yep.
Far as the Dodgers on the road, they haven't been that great. They have also been an actual very good home team. On the road, I believe they're around the 500 mark.
Yeah, they're 12 and 11. You're spot
12.
on.
Okay. So yeah, to me, guys, with actually Kershaw, like I said, just until he starts to show more, um, I'm just going to be going against them because, like I said, they are just going to be overpriced.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just as simple as actually that. So yeah,
The Mets are the best. The Mets are the best team, home team in baseball. They're returning home where they finally got a win in the last game, and I do think they're going to have a big series against this Dodgers team. There's a big series for Juan Soto. There's a big series for this Mets team. They are home. They are hosting the defending national champions, and I think they will come out and show why they are being talked at as one of the big competitions to beat the Dodgers going towards the World Series this year. I'm all over the Mets in the spot. I think they should be able to hit. I really like Pete Alonso props today. I think Pete Alonso is probably going to have a big game here, and I think the Mets team is going to have a comfortable win. You can currently get them at a plus 100, and that's exactly what I'm playing. Give me the Mets, and guys, make sure you keep your eyes on Twitter because I do think me and my guy, JD from Line Movers, are going to put something out on this game in just a little bit. Jefe, over to you. What do you got in this?
Gotta roll with the Mets here. Canning's numbers are just, it's already almost 50 innings pitched. I gotta start to believe that this might be who he is this year at least. I gotta give it up to the Mets for kind of changing this guy's career trajectory, at least
Unbelievable.
for the right now. Um, I'm a little worried that the Mets bats haven't been exactly crazy hot, and the Dodgers are a potent lineup no matter who's pitching. Um, I'm, I lean the Mets in game one here. I think this will be more of a let me see how this game goes and then really get into it for the rest of the series.
There we go. All right, boys, we ready to move into our third and final MLB game of the day before we get into what everyone's waiting for, the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Let's get into it. Next game we're breaking down is going to be the San Diego Padres taking on the Atlanta Braves. Padres are coming in 27-11. They are 11-13 on the road, taking on a Braves team that has gotten themselves back into fighting contention. They are 24-25 on the year and 15-7 at home. Pitching matchup, Nick Pivetta going for the Padres tonight. He's 5-2 with a 2.86 ERA with a whip hovering right about 1. On the other side, we have Chris Sale, who has not really looked like Chris Sale so far this season. He's 2-3 on the year with 3.6 ERA. But we all know the storylines going into this game, guys. There's a major storyline revolving one team, and that's going to be the San Diego Padres. They are losers of 6 consecutive games. They cannot get anything right currently. Is that going to continue to happen against this Braves team? JD, we're going to start you. What do you got?
Tonight, there's like definitely two big things, and actually one is that, the Padres, yesterday they had every chance to win that game. They just could not.
Every fucking chance to win that
Yeah.
game. Oh, so frustrating.
Yeah, they just could not get it done. For me, they are clearly still a fade team. Then, like you said, the Braves are getting it going now, especially the Braves bats. And actually, then you look at Chris Sale. This hasn't been his best start of the season, but over his past 2 to 3 starts here, he has been pitching much actually like better now. Another thing, tonight, my boys, get back a major piece. Ronald Acuna is going to be back, and that's just such a huge piece.
Yes, it is.
Like, just as far as the lineup, just how everything flows, actually, like just with him just getting on base and how everything like goes from there. Like, it's such a key piece. So I think as far as the Padres, like as far as like whoever's on the mound in this situation, I honestly really don't even care. But last night, when actually we shot the other show, I got this price. The Braves are currently a minus 180 to minus 190 favorite everywhere currently. I gave this out last night at minus 142.
Wow, good CLV.
So yeah, there's where I locked in. That's where, like, if you've watched the show, you're already locked in. So I can't give out, at this price now, I can't give that out. If you want to take the Braves and take them all and actually take like a -1 line, I actually don't mind that. But I think this is as clear as a Braves actually spot as actually like you're gonna see.
Yeah, I think the Braves are going to absolutely run through them, getting the emotional leader and the best player on the team back, and Ronald Acuna is an absolutely massive deal. For me, it's going to be no action for me. I think you needed to get it in early. Minus 180 is just too high. Do I think the Padres are going to lose? Yeah. How can you not think the Padres are going to lose? They've been horrible, and their bullpen is taxed. They had to use their whole bullpen again yesterday. They had, I believe the game ended in the 11th or the 12th. I believe it was the 11th. But in every extra inning, they had a lead going into the bottom half and were not able to close it. They just kept getting rocked and giving it back. It was just a very frustrating game if you're watching this Padres team. And you have to wait till they get it going. I know yesterday we said we think they're going to get it right. Yesterday was a good spot. It wasn't, and today's not a good spot for them to get right either. So for me, it's going to be no action. Jefe, what do you got before we get into the Knicks?
This is, I want to go with the Padres so bad. So bad. And they showed me a lot yesterday, except for winning the game and finishing it.
Yeah, great comeback. Gavin Sheets was what? He had 5 RBIs, 2 homers, 2 runs, including a game tying in the 9th.
Now they came back in the 9th to leading 10th to leading 11th. But this is a stay away. I can easily see this going either way. This is another one where I'm just gonna kind of watch today from afar and maybe get better numbers as the series goes on tomorrow on Sunday.
Could not agree more. Could not agree more. All right, boys. Well, you guys know what time it is. It's time we get into the meat and the potatoes of this show today. Time we get into a little NBA action. And the only game today we're going to be breaking down is going to be the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers. I'm not going to recap what happened in game 1. You guys know what fucking happened in game 1. Knicks monumental lead. Historic collapse. Unfortunately, for us Knicks fans, they did not get it done. However, chance to get back in the series today. Game 2 at Madison Square Garden. Jefe, you're the only one who can kick this game off. What do you got?
Nervous. Palms are sweaty, literally.
Mom spaghetti. Feel you.
Mom spaghetti. I think there's one aspect of this that is the most important to me. I think that after the game's over and the Knicks players went home and wherever they may live, and I think once they turned on the TV or went on social media, whatever they did, they should have felt a level of embarrassment that I can't imagine. From the media, from just social media, from their peers. I mean, everybody was talking about this collapse. You couldn't get away from it for honestly all of yesterday and Thursday or Wednesday night. Sorry. So I'm looking for that to fuel the Knicks in a way that I haven't seen before. I'm looking for anger. I'm looking for the Knicks to come out angry, and they should be angry at themselves for allowing that to happen. Now, look, was this self-inflicted wounds? Yes and no. It's not like the Pacers went on a
Yes.
It's not the Pacers went on a 14-0 run in 5-minute span. Dude, they made 6 straight possessions where they made 6 straight threes, 5 by one guy. it doesn't happen. It literally doesn't, and the numbers show that because in that position, the team is what 997-1. Knicks being the one.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So I think the Knicks have to come out today and with anger prove to themselves that that 14-point lead that they had, they can get it again, but this time hold it. And I believe in them to do that tonight. I think the start of this game is very important because I think you're gonna have a full crowd no matter what. But I think the Garden itself is gonna be, I don't know about quiet, but a little nerves. There's gonna be a lot of nerves. There's gonna be a lot of murmuring when this game starts. And I think that it's imperative that what happened in game one to start the game, which nobody even is talking about the fact the Pacers were 9 for 9 to start that game, that can't happen today. That because the crowd is going to be like, oh my God, not again. These guys can't miss. And as a person who's going to be in that crowd tonight, that's how I'm going to feel. I want to come out and I want to see, like, I don't think Knicks are going to go, like, start the game up, 15-0, but I want to see them in control, especially on defense and especially in the pace. That's what I'm looking for. My official play here is Knicks -6. I am taking it. I think the Knicks win this one by double digits. I'll just go on the record and say that. I think they have to, and I think they will. And I don't think it's going to be a situation where the Pacers kind of lay down because that's not their DNA. I just think the Knicks are going to have a complete game tonight. Do you want me to talk about my favorite prop right now, or do you want to wait?
Yes.
Okay. My favorite prop is, I'm going right back to it. I'm going to Cat over 23.5 or 22.5. I forgot.
Points? Just points?
20, yeah. I think
I think it's
23.
23.5.
Yeah.
Currently, it is 23.5 minus 115.
I'm taking him. I think the Knicks realize that they might have to run this offense, at least the focal point, through Cat more than Brunson, maybe. Even though Brunson did score 40 plus. I think Cat has a crazy mismatch with Turner, who obviously is struggling to keep up with him. And I think he's going to get his. 2 more points, then you can go Alpha. First point is defensively. I need to see better defense out of Jalen Brunson. And I know that a lot of that defense, especially when he second half, was because he was in foul trouble and had to back off. I got to see better defense. I got to see better IQ from him on the defensive end. He made some dumb fouls. One in particular that I'll never get out of my head from TJ McConnell. Just let him make the layup. Just let
100%. 100%. It's more important keeping you on the court than you making him hit the free throws that you're going to make anyway.
And I need better, I don't know the word to use, spacing, understanding the moment, like looking
on offense
around.
Or defense?
From Karl-Anthony Towns on defense.
Yeah, no, I think it's the whole team. They need more continuity.
Wait. In the beginning of that game, Miles Turner could have put his arms out and spun around.
Unbelievable.
And not hit a single freaking Knick player on multiple jump shots. And then what happened, we got better, and then towards the end of the fourth quarter, all of a sudden it happened again. And Cat was like, it was like he was stuck to the defender on the pick and roll. And then the other guy who's defender that should have been rolling because Cat stuck to him, had to go under instead of over, leading Neesmith to just wide open shot after wide open shot after wide open shot. I want to see full court pressing. I want to see actual switching on defense because they didn't do that. And I think if you do that and you clean that up, Knicks win this game.
I agree with you. I do think the Knicks should win this game by 10, but I'm not willing to bet it in this spot, guys. It's going to be no action for me. I'm going to sit back and enjoy this as a fan, but for me, I think it's a lot of points. Do I think the Knicks win the game? I absolutely do, but do I think they're going to win by as many as Jefe does? Not exactly. I think the whole series is going to be tight. I don't think either team is going to have these big wins that are blowouts. I think we saw from game one that, if a team's up big, the other team has it in them to come back, and I feel the same thing about the Knicks that what the Pacers just did. I think the Knicks are capable of maybe not getting 14 points in 2 minutes, but we saw what they did to Boston. They had big comebacks in game 1 and 2 in Boston where they're capable of putting together offensive possessions, stringing together defensive possessions as well that helps them come back in a game. So I do think this series is going to be tight. It is a 6-point line. So for me, no action. I do think the Knicks get it done though on the money line, but not an official play from me. JD, as our resident newly acquired Knicks fan / kind of Knicks fan / keeps betting shit on the Pacers. What do you got?
First off, there was a tennis play I dropped in the Discord for actually everybody. It was a nice underdog play. That literally just cashed for us. So, love to see that. Get in the Discord now. Do it right now. Go.
Get in.
Guys, for me, I'm sorry to say it. For me, it's one of those if it's not broke. The Pacers have been scoring points, guys. Um, as far as just as far as over the entire playoff so far, they're actually averaging almost 119 points, and even more on the road. Uh, Throughout the playoffs, they've been scoring even more on the road here. Their actual team total did not move at all. It is still 109. Um, I just have to keep playing it, guys. It's just a play I've like been riding now, and it just keeps hitting.
Yeah, I'm
So
with you.
once again, as far as the game, yeah, I mean, this is kind of like the ultimate Knicks like spot. But actually, just like you said, Alpha, I think these teams are very
They're
close.
even. They're even matched, and all my
Yeah.
Knicks fans friends are like, "Oh, we're so much better than the Pacers." The Knicks are. I don't think the Knicks are that much better than the Pacers. The Pacers are a very good team, and people have to stop underestimating them, especially people in New York.
And I can go ahead and tell you, the Pacers team, man, their like vibes are so high, man.
They're a complete team.
They're just riding such a high, and they're one of those like younger teams also, and like this isn't going to be one of those games where they just are like happy with just taking like one like game and they're just going to pack it in tonight and go back home. Like
Yeah,
there's not them. They're going to go out there tonight and still try to get another game.
100%.
So I do think 6 is a little bit high here. I'm actually not going to touch that though. So just give me their team total over.
There we go. We have a question from Aiden here who's asking how worried are we that if the Knicks lose and go down 0-2? Aiden, if the Knicks lose and go down 0-2, it's over. The series is over if they go down 0-2. That's how I feel about this game. Whoever wins this game is winning the series, in my opinion. If the Knicks can get it back to 1-1 going into Indiana, where the Knicks are a significantly better road team than they are a home team, I'm very confident they'll steal one back, regain home court, and the Knicks will win the series. If they lose this game, I give them a 15, maybe a 10% chance to win the series. I would think it's over. Jefe, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm not willing to say it's over, but this is gonna be a rough day on Monday. Even if the Knicks go down, I'll put it like this: if the Knicks lose tonight and somehow Sunday they win, and Monday, well, actually, are we gonna have a show on Monday? That's a great question.
I think
Um,
I think we are, JD. Are we?
I'm actually planning on it. Yeah.
I haven't been told from the high ups that we have not.
well, Memorial Day, baby.
I know that. Thank you very much.
If we have a show on Monday, whatever it is, Monday, right? Or Tuesday, it doesn't matter because game 2-4 would be Tuesday night. So, and then it's 2-1 Pacers, right? And let's just say the Knicks lose tonight and they somehow win game 3. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I don't think it's over, but man, would that be rough.
It'd be deflating. It would be
Indiana
deflating.
is a tough place to play.
JD, thoughts?
That's one of those where, just like I've been saying, I think this series is so even that even if they go down 0-2, I still think that they have a shot to still win this. Like I actually know, like it seems like I've been like like on actually like the other side, but I like really haven't been.
Yeah.
I really think this is an even game. It's just these certain lines in these first 2 games, I think are, like I said, I just think they're a little more towards the Knicks side than they should be. But actually, when we move, actually, like, the Pacers, I mean, trying to think of what the lines are going to be. But then it may be time to actually bet the Knicks, So even if that happens,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's like obviously going to be tough. But I would not just count them out, though. No.
Yeah, no. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't say it was over, but I would feel very, very discouraged if they lose this game. And then we'll have more to come on that very shortly. But boys, it's about that time. We dive in to our final best bets of the week for today, Friday, May 23rd. Jefe, we're going to start with you. I have a feeling I know where you're going with this, but what are your best bets for today?
Quick, easy to the point. Knicks -6, count over 23.5 points. Need the W. Need it to be dominant. And I believe it will be. So that's it. Let's go Knicks.
I'm on the Mets money line at +100. I absolutely love them today. Look out for a collab for me and JD. That is coming. We will be collabing on that play, and that's my only best bet of the day. JD, what do you got?
Yeah, man. I'm the exact same here. Give me the Mets. Give me them on the money line.
Boys, it's been a fun show. Even with Twitter being broken, which we
Yeah.
know has an impact on the number of people that are able to find us right now.
For
Because
sure.
JD, I saw you've been retweeting all my hype posts. I just
Yeah.
checked. I didn't get a single notification. Notifications are still not working on X. So for us to have 700 people here with a broken X is fantastic. We appreciate every single one of you that's been riding with us. Let me put on the screen here the best bets. I believe this is correct. It is fantastic. Jefe also has the cat over 23.5. Don't forget that. Make sure you guys get your phones out. Take your screenshots. These are going to be the best bets yet again. Me and JD are on the Mets. Jefe's on the Knicks, and cat over 23.5 points. Guys, it's been a fun show. I hope Monday is going to be a better place for us Knicks fans. I hope we're able to come back in here and celebrate being up 2-1, because on Monday, the Knicks could be 2-1. Because remember, I do believe Game 3 is on Sunday evening. Jefe, am I correct?
Sunday evening.
Sunday evening.
It's
So
weird. No travel days. Very odd.
which hurts the
Like,
Knicks. Which hurts
Which
the
hurts
Knicks.
the Knicks, but I don't get it. Like, there's always been an extra day for travel. I get it, like you want a game every other day, but this, like, damn, like, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm with you 1,000%. So we'll find out on Monday what team is up, because one team has to be up because it'll be through 3 pivotal games. Guys, we appreciate every single person for coming in here. Joe, you can shut the fuck up with that negativity, man. Not talking about that. Jefe, any parting words for the people before we get the fuck out of here today?
Let's go next, man. I'm like, I want to be excited, but I'm nervous. I'm nervous, man.
It's going to be a good night. The Knicks are going to get it done. Be confident. JD, do the thing that you do, then we can get out of here.
Yeah, guys. If you can do one thing for us, smash that like button for us, guys. That there really helps us out. Besides that, let's all have a weekend. Jefe, tonight, have fun, man. Yes, I'm actually sure it's gonna be a tense game, but definitely have fun there. And let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. Let me just remind everyone one thing. Jefe's taking his girlfriend to the game tonight and not me. Just going to put that out there. Yet again. Just going to put that out there. We appreciate every single one of you. No, we're done. That's how the show's ending. We'll see everyone Monday. Knicks are going to be up 2-1. Have a great weekend. Let's fucking win. Peace.